Hey guys, it's Brian here. I wanted to make a video regarding the announcement of the Bureau XCOM Declassified. This game was originally going to be coming out as XCOM, a first-person shooter, now replaced as the Bureau XCOM Declassified, a new name for it, and also it's going to be a third-person tactical shooter. But not necessarily do I want to talk about the actual game. I'm interested in what the game could be, but the release date specifically for when the game's coming out. And the release date for this game specifically, August 20th. Sounds like a good time to bring out a game, right? This is the summertime, usually not as many games coming out in that type of period of time, and it's usually a good time to bring out a game because you know what? Someone like myself might want to pick up a game, might be a bit bored and want to have something to play. It's a good time to bring out a game because not that many games coming out at the same time there. But the one problem this game has going for it is the fact that there are two other games coming out on the very same day. And those games aren't small games either. They are very big AAA titles. And those games specifically are Splinter Cell, Blacklist, and Saints Row the 4. Now, the reason why I wanted to make a video about this is the fact that I find it a little bit nuts that there's three AAA titles coming out on the same day, and we do see this from time to time where games get scrunched together into this kind of schedule where we don't necessarily get the chance to play all the games we want to play because the developers and the publishers decided that, you know, they want to make a certain quarterly profit on something. I totally understand that. Or they are ready to bring a game out. They want to get it out as quick as they can. But they choose the exact same date and they really shoot themselves in the foot. Now, this is a game that could potentially do well, has an interesting premise, but probably it's going to, you know, maybe struggle a little bit in the sales. And you better believe that if it's coming out on the exact same day, Saints Row 4 and Splinter Cell Blacklist, it's going to almost kill this game. This game is going to have a chance of actually selling that well. And why this bothers me as a gamer is because I play lots of games in the year. I want to experience these games. I want to have a great time, but I also want to play them when they come out, and I want to, you know, I'm interested in the title, if I'm interested in playing a game, I want to support it on day one. And if not, I want to play in the near future, right? And it's just really kind of baffling to me that we know for a fact that Splinter Cell Blacklist, it got delayed a couple months ago, and it got moved back to August 20th. Okay, that makes sense. It's a clear period for this game to come out. I thought, great, this is awesome time for this game to come out, because at the time, no other games announced for this period. I'm going to play Splinter Cell Blacklist August 20th. Easy for me to make that decision, because there's nothing else coming out. Saints Row 4, though, about a month ago, got announced, and August 20th, same day release date as Splinter Cell. And I thought to myself, that's a little bit weird that they decided to bring it out on the same day as Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I was a little bit disappointed in that because I thought to myself, I'm going to probably, if I really want to play both these games, I'm going to have to buy two games on the same day. And, you know, I do my own Checkpoint Achieved podcast with my friends. If we want to do spoiler casts on both these games, that's going to put a lot of pressure on us to bring those out. And that's not necessarily something that the average gamer has to deal with, but still it's something that was a little bit disheartening to me. So to know that this other game gets this trailer announcement, it's renamed the Bureau XCOM Declassified, sounds interesting. I might want to pick it up. It's coming out on August 20th as well. It's kind of crazy to me that a developer wants to make a profit on the game, yet they choose to almost possibly kill their sales by putting it out on the same day as these other titles. And this isn't a phenomenon that is specific to this one moment. There are other times too where games might not necessarily come on the same day, but might be buried in a certain area where there's all these great titles coming out. You know for a fact that like when Grand Theft Auto is coming out in September, that game's going to be the game that people are going to buy. And smart for people to move away from that date, smart for people to stay away from that date. But you got games like NHL 14, FIFA 14, they're going to be there as well. Puppeteer was another one, and on top of that too, we got games like Killzone Mercenary coming out on the same day. A PlayStation Vita title that could potentially do well in sales because there's not that many PlayStation Vita games, but it's going to really hurt themselves, or hurt the title, because people are going to be really hard-pressed to buy two games on the same day. And I buy over a dozen games a year. I buy quite a few games, and, you know, a lot of indie titles as well. So by the end of the year, I almost play maybe 20 or 30 new games in that specific year alone. But I know lots of people only play about 5 games a year. And if you're specifically interested in, let's say, one game, and if you're maybe not necessarily 5 games a year, but you're closer to 10 games a year and you're trying to play a game each month, or you're trying to find something new in August, it's going to kill your chances of even possibly playing that game. Because for me, I know for a fact I might pick up 2. I might pick up Saints Row and Splinter Cell Blacklist on the same day, but there's no way I'm picking up 3. There's no way I'm putting down $200 for 3 games on the same day when I know I won't enjoy playing 3 different games, trying to go back and forth between all of them. And for me, that looks like I might play the game at the end of the year if there's really good reviews about it, but maybe at the same time too, I never play the game because it's just going to be scrunched in this period that I'm going to probably forget about. And if that's what's going to happen to me, I can't imagine what the gamer that plays 10 games is going to say. He's probably going to look at that and say shrug. But let's say it came out in July. I know that would be pushing the timeline a bit, but in July alone, Shin Megami Tensei 4 is coming out, Dynasty Warriors 8, and Deadfall Adventures is coming out. Now, you might be a Shin Megami Tensei fan. Respect to you for that. But I don't think those are hard-hitting titles that the Bureau XCOM Declassified would really have trouble selling against. If it came out in July, it could be a really profitable game. It could be maybe even the best-selling game of July. So, to me, it's a little bit nuts that you're bringing out a new game, you're going to try and sell it the best you can, try and support it the best you can, and try and make a great product, but yet you almost kill it on the spot by saying that it's coming out on the same day as other AAA titles.